can feel it burn, 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 but I won't go back again. I can feel it burn, 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 but I won't go back again. Burns bright.
Welcome everybody to another wonderful night of Wednesday racing action here with the Vigilante Racing League in iRacing. We got a good one for you folks. For last week we rolled the dice at Talladega. Well, we're really rolling the dice here tonight at Las Vegas. So we're in for a great show here at this mile and a half, 100 laps, 150 miles. So nice long race, and boy oh boy, this is I think this one's going to be a good one. Joining me in the booth today, we got Mr. Alan English. Alan, how you doing tonight, man?
Great, Alan. Looking forward to this mile and a half track. It's going to be a lot of fun. The track's a little bit hot right now, but it's late afternoon. It should start cooling down a little bit as we go. Not much wind to speak of or anything, but hey, it's race number 7. And it's been a great season so far. We've gotten to see some different winners, some really talented drivers improving their craft, getting better as the season goes on. So really looking forward tonight. Las Vegas is a fun track. It's multi-groove. 150 miles of fun here in Vegas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And down there on pit road, hopefully didn't get too lost in the casino last night. That's going to be Mr. Adam Turner. Adam, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I feel like I've walked 150 miles. I mean, it's awesome in Vegas. Oh, what about this? This is for money. You know, the winner gets
Right.
25, second place 15, $10 to third. I think I'm right on that. And I know we have a super fan of the race that you get in a drawing to win money. So we're in Vegas. It's all about the money. It's all about the fun. We have 2 fast repairs, 70% fuel, and it is hotter than hell out here on the track right now, boys.
Yes, as we kind of look at today's info, like you guys said, nice and toasty out there today, but the sun's shining, and you know that's the best anyone can ask for weather-wise, and hopefully it will cool down for these drivers. But hey, you know, sometimes it's the little things that separate the men from the boys, as they say, and gonna bring us to that key to the race, and that's gonna be a long run. It's going to equal dead tires. I know we talk about it a lot, especially at these mile and a halves, but man, those tire management, big deal.
Yeah, these mile and a half tracks that are like this one in particular, and Homestead and a couple others, they're a technical track. People watch NASCAR and watch guys driving in circles and think it's easy. It's not. There's not a whole heck of a lot of banking here. There is some, but you're not going to be, wide open running around here. You're going to have to take care of that, especially that right front tire, as you get some laps on that set of tires.
Yeah, I mean, tires are the key, that's for sure. And I'd like to shout out to my family. They're watching tonight. They want to see Brandon to win, so let's go Brandon. That's what they sent me via text.
Well, I don't think he's in the race tonight. Check the roster. I don't believe so. Got a Brian Jablonski. That's probably Brian.
Yeah, they may
probably
type autocorrect.
17, Brian Jablonski. Well, looks like we got qualifying underway.
Yes, it is. Give me 2 seconds as getting some informations out of here. I need to pull iRacing back up so I can actually see what's going on. Hard to commentate something you can't see. Our drivers start to kind of go out there and put some lap times in. Right now, we see Mr. Jeff Snyder, one of those, I believe he was one of those random draw guys the first time we got this thing going on, so.
May have been. I know that we do have some guys that are watching out there on the social medias, on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook as well. So thanks to you guys for watching. Chan the Man already getting fired up, getting his shout outs out there. So is Justin Hutchinson, last week's super fan of the race. Appreciate you welcome back. It's like Russell Endicott's back. He's pulling for that 12 truck again. We love our number 12, Mr. Albert Anderson. And if y'all didn't catch the Vigilante report on SoundCloud this week, man, oh man, what an interview! That guy's got 100 stories, and he's one of them guys that's almost like he's lived 100 lives, Albert Anderson. So definitely a crowd favorite and a friend of the league. And if y'all haven't listened to the Vigilante report on SoundCloud, the podcast that Vigilante Racing League puts on, it's worth a listen. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of insight into this league and all the ins and outs, and it's just great.
Yeah, what an amazing guy and story. We honestly, until last week, I don't know if we had a clue how great this guy was to talk to. You know, just some real good characters in this league. Last week's winner, Jonathan Osborne, another great story. So check out the Vigilante report. You can hear all about that, and we even did a little interview. That was pretty pretty
that was
exciting.
fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. These guys know what they're doing. They do a good job, and I appreciate what they're doing out here for iRacing and the community. D&D Race Graphics as well, sponsoring this.
Yeah, look at Ricky Wittenberg's picture. It's Brewster.
Brewster Baker, six-pack?
Brewster Baker, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be old to know that. I like that. Those little hellions could work on a car now. They could steal everything under the sun, too.
Just gonna say, speaking of our sponsors and Ricky Wittenberg, he's back racing after vacation, so trading in those sandals for a pair of race shoes here, which good to have Ricky back.
And Bermuda shorts for a fire suit.
That's the great thing. It's the great thing about our racing. Barefoot, sandals, it doesn't matter. You can get out here. You don't need a fire suit. You don't need a lot of money. And in this league, Vigilante Racing League, you can win money. So awesome time these guys have, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of show they do today here at this track.
I'd also like to thank Ludical Property Group, Keller Williams of Johnson City, Tennessee. If you're in the market for a house and that's your region of the country or that region of Tennessee, give those guys a look up on Facebook. They got a page, a contact number. Buying and selling a house is not something you want to try to do by yourself. Definitely call in the experts at Keller Williams, Johnson City.
As we slowly tick away these qualifying times, it looks like the only person not putting in a lap so far is going to be Brian Jablonski, who's going to start there in the back. I don't know if he had any penalties to serve or anything, so that might be one of those things.
Oh, it might be, yeah.
So we're coming to a close here, and as the race progresses, we'll talk about the standings. We still got a long way to go before we get to that final race of the year, but boy, oh boy, the standings, they're not something to sneeze at. So we'll have to get those to you guys here in just a short little minute as the drivers start to appear and take up that grid. Let's tell you where your favorite driver qualified here today with Timothy Pope. Kind of no surprise there. We've seen him run very quick at these kind of mile and a halves, taking pole position. Josh Oxendine having a great effort there. He's going to be starting on that outside front row. The 46 of Tim Rivers had a great effort there. Going to be starting here in third, with Trevor Robertson starting fourth. Alex Forget-Berube going to have a nice solid start up there in fifth, with Jacob Shoffett in sixth. Jeff Green will be starting here seventh, with Zach Wheeler in eighth. You got the Cobra, Simon Sregis, starting in ninth, and rounding out that top 10, last week's winner looking to ride that momentum, Jonathan Osborne.
In the 07, Canada's own Jack Dixon in 12th. The 999 of Jeff Snyder starting in 13th. The 12 of Albert Anderson, this week's featured driver on the podcast, starting in 14th. The 01 of Kelly Kill in 15th. 33 of boss man Jess Vaught in 16th. 88 of Eric Klafka in 17th. 37 of Dustin Reilly be starting in 18th. The number 3 of Austin Paul gridding 19th. 753 of Jeremiah Burke will round out your top 20.
I didn't hear you mention Ricky Wittenberg there in 11th. I can't forget.
Oh
him.
my goodness! Did I skip him?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
he's
had Ricky
not.
you had Ricky on your mind. Michael Adamson, 21st. Russ Kilgore, this guy likes to fly. We saw him. I don't know how many yards he went in the air. One of these races. 22nd place, Michael Everidge, 23rd. Tyler Green, 24th. 027 of Angelica Timmerman, 25th. 29 at Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, 26th. Number 50, Gary Godso, 27th. That's a newer name. I don't know. We may have seen him before.
He's raced a couple of races.
Yes, he's back. Welcome back. 28, George Rincon, and in 28th, Josh Bittner, 29th, and Brian Jablonski didn't lay down a qualifying lap in 30th.
Did we mention that the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg starting 11th? I think we should mention it one more time.
I think we need to let everybody know, yeah.
I'm never going to live that down. Reading is hard, people.
Well, you have to go left or right, up and down. I mean, it's difficult.
So 100 laps from now, we'll be able to determine a winner here today, and for a lot of these guys, that's a long way off. Especially for those looking for their first win, and we got a whole bunch of people up there in that top 5, top 10 that don't have a win yet. So definitely be on the lookout for them. So we head through turns 3 and 4. Right behind that pace car, I think we're going to be going green this time by, as everyone's getting all stacked up and ready to go. Pace truck peeling off. Everybody's ready to go. The fans are cheering. The flagman's ready. Green flag is out and waving, and away we go. Down across the line. A great start there for Timothy Pope. And running here in Las Vegas we go. Being able to sneak out in front there. Timothy Pope having a good restart. Tim Rivers in that 46 is going to be able to kind of sneak on up on that inside line to move his way up into second. And then you got Alex Forget-Berube and Josh Oxendine kind of having a little battle there for third, sitting right behind him. Oh, as the 46 hits the apron, gets loose, gets a little help from the 19 and goes around.
We're staying green here. He's in the grass, so
3 wide across the front stretch here in the back. Wow.
getting aggressive early. They're using up every bit of this track.
Yeah, they really are. They're just trying to sort it out, see where the chips fall. Since we're in Vegas, you might as well do that.
Dustin really with an aggressive move down the track on the inside of the 33 Skull Machine to Jess Vaught. He's looking to pick up maybe a couple more here as he's riding the apron in the tri-oval. We've seen a few guys do that in practice, and some guys doing it here in the race. You'll see a few guys do it and a few guys won't. As we
are kind of 2 by 2 up here for 5th and on back. You got Jacob Shoffett, Zach Wheeler, you got Jonathan Osborne trying to work his way up through this kind of gaggle of cars, trying to get his way back up there to the front. Also got Jeff Green, and you've got the Cobra, Simon Sreja sitting right there. So we got a whole bunch of people. Oh, as the Cobra getting a little bit of the commentator curse there, drifting out and tapping that outside wall just a little bit. So he's gonna lose a spot, but he's gonna still be able to keep on running here as we go dang near 4 wide.
Too. Sorry about that, bud. Got the 0-0 Shoffett just set.
Oh boy, these guys are starting to struggle here tonight at this little mile and a half.
You're mixing it up early, that's for sure.
Are we going to see some fights, or is it that time already?
You might see some after tonight. If not, you will next week at Bristol.
It's super racy right now, and it's something I love to see.
I think Bristol's next week.
You are correct. Yeah, you're correct. Bristol, then Auto Club after that, California.
Oh, 3 wide contact!
Outside. Oh no. Who was that? Sregis and
That's going to bring out the yellow. It looks like it was Regis and Dustin, really.
Yeah, really made it 3 wide there.
Brought the caution out. We don't have iRacing cautions, do we? Don't we have a...
They actually... yeah, Lori makes the decision on these, and it's a pretty great system they have here. As she threw it because we had at least 2 vehicles involved in that. There's more than 2 trucks, I believe.
I briefly went 3 wide there. It looked like... I think that was... I'm trying to see who that was on that bottom line, and everything got really tight and all together there, and just kind of unfortunate for the Cobra, just nowhere to go on that outside line.
He didn't strike when he needed to. Oh, that's kind of dumb, wasn't it?
No, it's perfect.
Hey, these guys they're getting after it, man. They've been around each other for 7 or 8 weeks now, I think it is, and they kind of know everybody's tendencies, I would say, and I think they're getting super racy, and I love to see that. I really, trying to make track position, nothing. I don't think anybody did anything on purpose, of course, but really cool to see some good racing out here early.
Yeah, and we've seen some of these people, now that as we're getting a few races in here, they've been getting a little bit more aggressive on these starts, but man, oh man, this is looking like a whole different mile and a half the way these guys are driving around here. It's typically everything gets single filed out pretty quick, but whew.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Texas, because these guys leading up to the race at Texas were pretty confident in their ability to run a couple wide and be safe and everything. And then look what happened at Texas. It raced completely different. And we might be seeing, round 2 of that at Vegas tonight. Just the track's racing so much different than it did when these guys were practicing.
It's wide, but it gets tight when you're 2. People are almost pushing 3 wide there. It looked like Dustin really got some of that bad air. You know what I mean? When I'm talking about bad air, where these trucks will bounce around a lot. And that's kind of what I think happened there. He kind of lost a little bit of control, went down, went up, and there we have our first caution.
A little bit something different tonight. Angelica Timmerman hit us up and wanted to give a shout out to her boyfriend, who she's very proud of, Chris Sobeski. He runs on iRacing as well, sprint cars with Phantom Motorsports, and he was selected to compete in World of Outlaws Sprint Car Pro Series in iRacing. So big congratulations to you, Chris, and Angelica says she's very proud of you and wanted to give you a shout out tonight on the air. So good luck in the World of Outlaws Sprint Cup Pro Series, Chris.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of nervousness there. That sounds serious, right? I mean, that's
the big time, man.
Yeah, that's where the big boys play. So
that's right.
Congrats to him. I guess we're gonna have to tune in and watch how he does, because I like watching that dirt track.
Oh man, it's a blast.
It's fun to watch. As far as us broadcasting, I don't know how good we're at. I like turning left and just not having dirt involved, and right turns are optional.
Chris is not one of those people. He's apparently pretty damn good at it.
Yeah, he's got to be. So awesome. Good deal on him.
It's like we'll be going around one more time here under pacing. Just about, I think, your top 10 really didn't change from when the caution came out. But had quite a few people come down into the pits, being, tires are going to be pretty important here, I'm going to say. So pitting here on, lap 7, that's just going to, I think, help them out in the long run here.
Yeah, we're looking at a little over 30 laps or so in a fuel run. We will have competition caution sometime between lap 45 and 50. So this probably won't quite get you there unless we have another caution. If you take fuel now, that is.
Yeah, they're throwing little wrinkles in here. And another wrinkle, if they have 13X, and if y'all aren't familiar with iRacing, if they get 13 damage points, basically, they were disqualified. We saw a little bit of that last week, but I don't foresee too much of that. That'd be, kind of doomsday scenario to get 13X here at a track like this.
Yeah, a little bit different scenario this week, probably, huh?
Yeah, last week's a crapshoot, but
Pack racing.
What about next week at Bristol? They may up it. They kind of throw something different in the mix every week, which is cool, man. I think it's
absolutely
kind of cool.
Keep it competitive and
keep them guessing. Yeah, keep everybody guessing.
Let's go through turns 3 and 4 under pacing here. Man, Timothy Pope lost a few positions. We didn't keep an eye on that up there at the front, so definitely look at him to make a charge here as we go back to green flag racing. But we got Josh Oxendine and Trevor Robertson up there at the front. They're going to be leading this thing back to that green flag, and pace truck coming down pit road once again, getting ready to go back to that green flag racing, and away we go. Looks like a pretty good restart down there for Josh, but Trevor Robertson also having a pretty good restart there. Not letting him get away that easily, but looks like Josh will be able to sneak out in front, and Timothy Pope looking to sneak his way on up there in that front inside line. So we got 2x2 all the way through this field.
Yeah, keep an eye on Tim Rivers, man. That guy he's trying to make it 3 wide all the way into turn 1. He made some moves, and I think he's ready to make up a little ground he lost earlier.
15 Dunder Mifflin machine of Tyler Green got a little bit loose there. Yeah, put a side draft on the car. Looked like the 12 machine down low and slid up the track, and he caught it before it hit the wall, but he got a little loose. But
yeah, they're racing, man.
They're racing.
They are definitely racing early in this thing.
As we're 3 wide here down this front stretch, you got Albert Anderson, Jonathan Osborne, and Jess Vaught. Still 3 wide.
Like Anderson running the Limitless paint scheme this week. Limitless Esports, I think, what it says on there.
They were able to figure that one out as the race up here at the front still going on. Timothy Pope, I think, just trying to get his bumper clear, but can't quite do it over Josh Oxendine. Trevor Robertson kind of sitting back there, being a little bit patient and not forcing the issue too much. But man, oh man, it's action everywhere here.
Green's continuing to make up spots. He's up 17 now in 7th. He just passed Jess Vaught and Jack Dixon. And he's got Alex Forget-Berube in his sights. 15, or I guess it's the 5 machine on the move. I think it says 15 on his car, though. Let me go back and look. No, it says 5. I got my trucks mixed up again. Dead gummit.
Ooh, but he's getting squeezed. He's got some cars trying to, push up behind him, and he's got nowhere to go in front of him. So it's everybody here picking up the pace from what we've seen the last time at Texas. Everybody running really quick. I mean, we still got a huge group of cars all bunched together.
I apologize. That's Jeffrey Green in the 15 Dunder Mifflin truck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when they're running this tight, this close, there's literally no room for error here because they're pretty much nose to tail all the way to the back. Makes for fun watching. I don't know how nervous these guys are.
Ooh, boy, as the 07 of Jack Dixon getting a little tight going into that corner, he's going to be dropping down, and we're going to be back to some 3 wide racing here.
Golly. Here comes Osborne. He's 3 wide now, 51 above.
Tim Rivers is 3 wide almost.
Oh, he is.
Oh, we got some exchangement of paint between the 81 and the 07. We got some exchangement of paint out in that outside wall.
Okay. 3 in the ball here.
Yeah, wrecking big time.
There goes Dixon and Rivers too. Big wreck.
They probably need to get on that right there. There we go.
Yep. She got it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Try
wow.
to zoom in on what happened.
That was a
there.
mess there. That was like 2 or 3 different wrecks.
Yeah, there was a big one early and then a secondary after that. And we gotta see what happens here. Right. Russ Kilgore, number 7, was definitely involved with Eric Klavka, maybe. Looks like.
Oh, big contact, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if Netcode was involved, but Kilgore was coming up the track. That was the first.
Oh, but you know what? What really caused that? There was some stuff right in front of somebody. Man, we gotta learn these paints. Oh yeah, so you got Kelly Keel, and I think
The 999 is right in front of him.
and so that really kind of caused the big checkup, and then it was just after that a big ol' mess.
That looked like WWF, man. That's what was happening
That
there.
might have been some netcode between the 7 and the 01.
It definitely was netcode. It appeared to be netcode. 07 shot kind of up the track. It didn't look like any contact. However, computers can always calculate what's going on the track.
It looked to be about a foot in between those machines when the other 7 just went sideways from netcode.
Yeah, and it looks like 07 Jack Dixon and Tim Rivers kind of maybe gave him a little touch, and ooh, that was nasty. We got 2 fast repairs here. If you can make it to the pits, I think you'll be all right.
Ooh, boy, that was a big one. As we got, I think, just about the entire field coming down to lick their wounds after that one.
Now the thing to watch is watch your incident points, because you're going to have a bunch of people really, really babying it now and trying to stay away from everybody, because maybe if they've got a wreck or 2 under their belt now, and that 13 incident point threshold is going to come up to bite you if you're not careful.
Yeah, what bit Jack Dixon, he had a toe. Cool looking machine, Dixon Cider 07. Had a toe, hopefully we can get back out there. We got any fans out there talking about what's happening out there on the racetrack?
Russell Endicott was saying, man, it's way too early for all this tension. Yeah, man, I agree, man. It's
I like it. I can feel it.
pretty tight. Said Justin Hutchinson saying Trevor looked like he was blinking a little bit. Kelsey Bryant telling everybody good luck. Thanks for joining us. Grumpy Gramp Racing saying, what's good, gentlemen and ladies? Well, this racing so far is looking pretty good. It's been intense, that's for sure. Peyton McGowan says, I'm late. What did I miss? Well, a couple of cautions so far. A lot of machines with damage early, but we got 2 fast repairs, and I think looks like Chan the Man says that very close call for Austin Paul in the 3 machine. I guess he narrowly missed some of the goings on right there.
Yeah, there was a lot going on for sure. Tim Rivers was missing the front clip, but he's using his fast repair, it looks like. He'll be get back out there.
Hey, you don't need all them parts.
No, weight reduction. We take one more lap here, and then we'll go back to some green flag racing. We are on lap 21 of 100, so we're just over a fifth of the way there already. And man, these guys, albeit at a couple cautions now and whatnot, but they're running better than the real life boys in NASCAR, especially in those Cup cars. They all single file out early and whatnot, but especially on that last restart, I don't think we saw anything single file out. It was 2 wide, 3 wide, little instances of 4 wide, all the way back through the pack.
Now, these trucks are pretty forgiving, and they're some of the most fun vehicles to drive on iRacing, and they make for some great racing, but there's only so much they can take. There's only so much room on the track, too, as we're starting to find out. and dirty air.
Right. Exactly. But I want to give a shout out to the guy I know personally who was working harder than the real Mrs. Poindexter today, and that was Mr. Alan English. He managed to get 2 kegs into a new kegerator he built.
Yeah.
What a job he did there. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's
to
beautiful.
Alan English.
Thanks so much.
Piece of art.
Still got to get you one of those custom tap handles.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
maybe-
some out in the garage. I got you something. We'll figure something out for you.
Gear shifter or something. That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be cool.
Heading through turns 3 and 4 one more time here, and pace truck will be peeling off with Timothy Pope able to sneak back up to that lead. He's going to have Trevor Robertson on that outside. He'll have some help with the Ox, Josh Oxendine, with some pushing action here, and Alex Forge Berube all the way up into 4th. Oh, the 6 had a bad restart there. That checked up that entire top line, so Timothy Pope easily getting away here with Josh Oxendine able to follow through, and that's even going to, I think, enable Jeremiah Burke to kind of slip his way through.
Yeah, the 027 of Timmerman might have been in the wrong gear. She had a really rough restart there as well.
I think that's what happened with the 6 of Trevor Robertson. He probably had the same scenario. It happens on restarts, but nobody got turned or killed out there, so let's keep rolling through it.
It's K-I-L-T, kilt.
Yeah,
Somebody was killed.
Yeah, it's a term we use in this part. You understand. You're from Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm a certified translator from Oklahoman or Texan or whatever dialect you're speaking today.
Right on the border. I do both.
Yeah. Texoma English.
There you go.
So you got Timothy Pope up there in the lead, but Jeremiah Burke making a big time run to get back up to that back bumper. You got Josh Oxendine slipping back into 3rd, and Trevor Robertson still has his hands full here. He's got Tyler Green down the inside. Jess Vaught might be peeking his nose down there here, or but it looks like it might be checking up a little bit just to be a little patient here.
Yeah, haven't been too much patience yet. I mean, still too wide. Pretty lengthy into the race field, so it makes for fun. I can tell you that when you're watching it.
Russ Endicott on Facebook says, "Man, these drivers need to settle down. I can't watch race and hockey when there's this much action in the racing." He's gonna miss some of one of them.
As Jeremiah Burke gets a run up that inside, he's going to take the lead away from Timothy Pope, and Josh Oxendine is going to try to follow him through there. Now Josh is looking to go up the inside of Burke as well. So, man, if you're getting a run and you got the space, it looks like you can use it, especially if you're up here at the front. Oh, as they get a little loose coming off of turn number 2, able to hang on to it, but that's going to let Jeremiah Burke have an opportunity to sneak back around kind of with a little bit of a crossover move there.
Ox Nation is out there tonight supporting the 63 of Josh Oxendine. It's Justin Hutchinson, among others, out there dropping his name. Hoping he does well tonight. He's one of those guys that he's had some good races this season. He's got a second place at Talladega was his highest so far, but 3 top 10s, a couple of 13ths, and an 11th. So pretty solid season so far. Middle of the pack, sometimes up towards the front of the pack. So Ox has got some solid numbers this year.
Yeah, well, if you could finish top 10 in this field, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Sorry, Mr. Brown. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as Alex Forge Berube still sitting there right around 5th, 4th, that kind of area. He's still having a battle there with the 6 of Trevor Robertson, trying to sneak his way up through this field. And Tyler Green still doing a great job up there, trying to hold off any charges and whatnot. He's currently got Robertson on that inside. You also got Jess Vaught, who's been slowly biding his time, trying to get his way up there. Eric Klafka ditching that pink paint here tonight. He's got some green. Oh no! As we got a wreck here, it looks like it was Tyler Green, and we're gonna bring out the yellow.
Rivers involved in that one again in a secondary.
Yeah.
Who was
looked
it?
like
29.
someone hit the wall there and caused quite a commotion.
Hot Rod Dave Mayberry involved in that as well. It looked like.
Just kind of
We'll get to the bottom of it.
watch to see what happened here. Just doing a little bit of blinking here, not able to see what went on.
Oh, well, looks like the green and white car there. I'm trying to get the numbers off of it. Number 5 hit the wall.
5 of green.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caused some commotion there.
It looks like the stream is jumping a little bit, but
Yeah.
we do know what the end result was there.
Oh, there's a nor'easter out there.
Let's take a look-see.
Ooh, Jonathan Osborne barely got through it. He was right behind it, was right in the wall. What an amazing save by the 81.
So the 5 kind of gets sucked up into that wall, and when he came down, there was somebody inside of him, unfortunately, and
Man.
that caused a whole slew of carnage. Looked like Dave Mayberry got involved in that one.
Yeah.
Yep, Hot Rod Dave Mayberry really took the brunt end of that thing.
Almost the entire field coming down to pit, because why not? Get in there, get some fresh ones. We're looking at a competition caution here in about another 13 laps to 18 laps. So these guys know a caution's coming. So this set of tires right here that they're putting on, they're going to try to wear them things out by the time they get to this competition caution. This aggression is not over.
I'm starting to like this hatred and aggression. There's hatred involved, right?
I said hatred.
Oh, those words are combined in my mind. You say aggression, I start thinking hatred,
Oh, man.
fights, and all that cool stuff. But man, America's favorite driver, Albert Anderson, looks like he's worked his way up in the top 10.
Yeah, we did have a couple people stay out. We got Jess Vaught and Kelly Keel. All staying out up there at the front. Actually, that looks like they're the only ones that stayed out.
Ooh, so they're gonna see if they're gonna regret that. They're gonna try to make it to the competition caution here. But Russell Endicott saying these guys are running up front, are running like a rainstorm is on the way. He said it's Vegas. Ain't no rain coming.
I've been to Vegas when it snowed. Don't tell me that. I have actually seen snow in Las Vegas. It does
Was this
happen.
a dream? Was this a dream or something?
No, it was February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it happens, but rarely.
Some strange traffic going over the radio right now.
I got a lot of chatter. You know,
a cheese plate.
yeah.
That's in question.
I'm not sure. I'm down here on pit road, and these guys are they're freaking me out here with cheese plates. And nobody's fighting. Nobody's yelling at each other. What are they talking about? Wine and cheese?
It's the Timmerman pit crew. Walk down pit road. The Timmerman pit crew, I think, has a meat and cheese platter down there.
Well,
She
they
posted a
probably
picture of it.
Ooh, it looks pretty good.
Looked
Yeah,
pretty good to me.
should. That's pretty fancy.
See if you
Isn't
can
it?
go get us some and bring it up to the booth.
No, you don't deserve meat and cheese.
Oh, come on. Hey, I'll hook you up with some
I'll
fresh
get you
draft beer, man.
Well,
you
I'll
up.
bring you some beef jerky from down here and a hot dog. Meat and cheese tray. No, that's not for you.
Oh,
You're from-
I should have been born a rat, dude. I can put the cheese away, son.
The cheese, but not the fancy meats from the Italian stuff. You know the.
Hey, fry it and put it in some red beans and rice.
Oh, that's totally different. Now we're talking your style, but no, this
Justin
is.
Hutchinson said,
little
"Fight,
different.
fight, fight!" on YouTube. He's trying to stoke the fires a little bit.
Well, he's winning my vote for the super fan of the race, but I'm not in
Hey,
charge
look
of
at
it. I'm not in charge of it. That's someone else.
Peyton McGowan saying, "I smell a scuffle." Peyton pulling. Let's see, Where did I read that? Well, I'll have to scroll back up because I missed it somewhere.
Well, I know it wasn't in a
McGowan says,
textbook.
Peyton McGowan saying, "Go, Dad." So, let's see.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, we appreciate all y'all watching.
Brown, you're about to earn your money here.
As we're going to be going live on lap 35, and would you say that the competition yellow was there, English? I think it was 45 to 50.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So we got 10 laps to go until we get that window open for that competition yellow. You got Jess Vaught up here at the front with Kelly Keel going to be leading this one off. You got Josh Oxendine and Mike Adamson sitting right behind them. Same thing with Alex Forget, Berube, and Jeremiah Burke, all itching and rearing to go. And here we go. Great restart for both the 33 and the 01 as we're going to stay side by side here. But we do have to use some caution as they are on the older tires, so they might be just a smidge slower than some of these guys on the new. So, actually, speaking of which, we got Josh Oxendine. He pitted here and got some tires, looking to maybe make a pass out on that outside, but not able to get that run to work. So Alex Forget Berube is sneaking his way up. He's now in second, looking to that outside of Just Fought.
Yeah, Quebec's own Alex Forget Berube up 3 spots overall. He's been hanging around the top 5 all night. Lurking up there, looking to pass.
Ooh, as we're 3 wide, 4 wide behind that 3 wide. Everybody trying to shuffle and make things happen. And boy, oh boy, how they figured that one out, I don't know. But thankfully, we were able to keep this train rolling.
A few disconnections here. Russ Kilgore, Dustin Reilly, and Tim Rivers. Don't know if they reached their X limit or their damage limit or their anger limit, whatever the case. We're down 3 drivers so far.
I like that. I like that anger limit. That's pretty cool.
Did you like that?
We're gonna have to start tracking that one. That was sweet. Speaking of Alex Forget Berube, this guy's always up front. I think it's because he loves the Montreal Canadiens. There's a real good hockey team out there. I think their rival might be somewhere in New England. I'm not sure.
Trying to bait Brown again.
Yeah, got real quiet. Sorry, Brown. Go ahead.
It's Jacob Schaffet having a great run here. He's kind of been maintaining his position up there in that top 5, top 6. Trying to keep his nose clean up there, and kind of got a little bit of a pack up here at the front. You got 6 cars all together, a couple cars single filed out, and then we got a whole crew of people sitting right behind them as well.
Well, there's some action back here in the pack. Back in the pack, Jeffrey Green in 11th kind of got high, knocked a couple guys around like bowling pins, and it worked itself out. No harm, no foul, but it was interesting.
So now Alex Forget Berube and Josh Oxendine, same thing with Jacob Schaffet, all getting a run on that outside to get around Jess Vaught. So Jess Vaught, in a matter of half a lap, lost 3 positions there, and Alex Forget Berube has found himself into that lead and just not careful. Oh, as we got a truck get really loose, you go all the way down and use as much as that apron as he could, able to come back on track without losing too much. But Jess Vaught slowly losing ground here. I think those older tires are starting to kill him a little bit.
Yeah, it might have been worth a gamble just to see how many guys you could drag to pit road with you, and just try something different and maybe try to make it to halfway here. Because I have a feeling you're going to see most of the field pit anyway when this competition caution does wave. So just a little bit of a gamble. Maybe he might make up a couple spots of track position. Didn't really see where he was before that last pit cycle, but sometimes it pays to do something different. Whoa, they look like they're going 3 wide here for the lead.
That they are. You got Josh Oxendine. Oh, got some rubbing of some fenders as Alex Forget Berube is getting kind of stuck out there on that high line. Josh Oxendine kind of being stuck there in the middle with really nowhere to go but other than to lean on Alex. But that's going to allow Jacob Schaffet up that inside with a very bold move, able to steal the lead away here as these laps continue to tick away. Just a few laps away from having that competition yellow. Timothy Pope is driving it hard right now as well. He's found his way up into that top 3, top 4 mixed contention once again.
Great awareness by Ox in that 63. He saw what was going on there. He knew they were going 3 wide. It didn't look like they were all going to fit where they were trying to go, so looks like he wisely lifted a little bit there and stayed out of danger.
As we go 2 wide once again up here for the lead. Alex Forget-Berube looks like he's getting a little bit of a run on that inside line. But Jacob Schaffet on that outside gets a little bit of that momentum coming down the straightaway. So we're going to be 2 wide here for a good second here, as that's also going to allow Josh Oxendine to try to shuffle his way back up through.
Yeah, and Jeff Spott's still falling back in that 33 Skoal car due to tires, nothing due to him. Trevor Robertson's making the pass. I think he's really hoping for this caution here. Competition car should come out.
Chan the Man 72 on YouTube said a little while ago, he said, I hope this, he said, let me find it here. This might be a wreck fest like Texas. And we're hoping that maybe they got it out of their system. Appreciate your commenting as always, Chan. We appreciate you out there.
Yeah, I think we're hella well ahead of the bar from Texas. That was kind of
Yeah.
It was a mess, but it was fun. Hell, I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the home track right there. Zach Wheeler moving his way up 9th and a sheriff unit number 20. I like that.
Very
Gotta
cool.
thank all our first responders, military, dispatchers, firemen, all that stuff, police. We love them all here.
Justin Hutchins is saying the top line seems like it's a lot faster off the corners. I haven't. Whoa, look, there's your competition caution, lap 47.
47, so the field is frozen. Now all these guys got to get all checked up from all this racing. And Alex Forget-Berube, he's going to be leading this thing off down into pit road. Hopefully he's going to have a good pit stop there and looks to maintain the lead when everything starts to roll on through here. And we'll when these guys take their pit stops, we'll bring up a person or two and talk to them and see their thoughts on how this night's racing is going.
Jack Dixon's glad to see that. Looks like he's going to get a lap back here.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to these guys about this point in the race, see what their mindset is, see where they're, if they're doing any kind of teamwork, all that type of stuff. We do have teams in this Vigilante Racing League, so got to work with your friends, man. Make it till the end.
So here they come. The ants go marching in one by one. Alex Forget-Berube leading that little charge, so this is a little bit of a game of who can hit their pit box the best.
Yeah, like we predicted, it looks like everybody's coming. No matter if they took tires on lap 31 or lap 19, everybody coming down. And the shuffle begins.
Yeah, you pretty much have to at this point, unless you're a lap down or something crazy like that.
As looks like Timothy Pope has that kind of really good spot as Alex Forget-Berube is able to win that race coming off the line. Timothy Pope in second, Jacob Schaffet third with Jeremiah Burke fourth, Oxendine fifth, Eric Klafka sixth, Mike Adamson seventh, Trevor Robertson eighth, Zach Wheeler ninth, and Austin Paul rounding out that top 10. I don't think we really had any big movers on that one.
No, everybody pretty much coming out where they went in. Nobody taking two or anything crazy like that just yet. So just a bunch of full service stops and no real big changes right there.
Yeah, nobody's out here rolling snake eyes in Waco right now, so that's always good. You never want to do that. You might get a bullet right between the mother and the other.
Yeah, the other one, yeah.
As these guys continue the pace, let's get an interview going on up in here, and that's going to be the spotlight driver of the race, Mr. Albert Anderson. Hey, Albert, it's us in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, just saying, you're spotlight driver of this week. Great interview there on the podcast, man. You're definitely one of those guys. We can't just sit at a bar with you. We got to have a whole barbecue and hear all your stories and everything for hours upon hours on end, man. And right now, running not too bad. Currently sitting there 14th, 15th, kind of middle of the pack. Just want your thoughts on today's race in action that we've seen here today. And boy, has it been action-packed.
Yeah, it's really aggressive right now. Everybody's on top of one another. People are racing super, super aggressive. I got doored by somebody. I'm not going to mention any names. That caused some front end damage, and I had to go further to the back. But yeah, it's an exciting race. Everybody's up on the wheel, and if you want to hear some really good stories, you got to get me and my buddy Russ together.
Oh, Russ Endicott, he's cheering for you on Facebook again tonight. So definitely got your fan club out there cheering for you. Is this almost like Texas? It just feels like it's racing different than y'all practiced it. Is that kind of the vibe y'all are getting as drivers out there?
It is. Tire wear is really, really bad. It falls off pretty significantly after 10 laps. So, trucks are starting to wash up off of the bottom and, getting to the trucks on the outside. So, that makes it really difficult. But the aggression level is really high right now.
All right. Well, we like the aggression, and I like the hatred, but I don't see any out there yet. Hey, dude, get back in there, and I want to hear from you again now out there in the podium finisher. So good luck to you.
Heck yeah, guys! I'm gonna go give them heck. We're gonna get this bad boy up front. Definitely, I'm not gonna let up.
All right, bud.
All right.
Good luck, and I think you're Limitless Esports.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty, bud. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
That's Mr. What I call that guy, Mr. America now. That's his name. Hey,
He's
guy.
Mr. Congeniality for sure, man.
He's awesome, dude.
He's one jovial cat.
Oh, man, I love it. And he makes this thing, all these guys make it fun. Everybody has a
for sure.
different thing going on, but he's really got a great personality, and I love to watch him out there. And yeah, we got about half the race done here, Brown. Let's finish this thing off.
Get halfway done, halfway to go. Especially if you're one of these guys kind of sitting there in that mid-pack. You got Alex Forget Berube as the pace car comes peeling down pit road right now and getting ready to get back to some green flag racing. And away we go. Great restart from both drivers up there at the front. Back to this fast lap action here in Las Vegas. Looks like that inside line just able to hold off on Timothy Pope on that outside. So Jacob Schaffet looks like he's pushing Alex Forget a little bit there, as Alex is now going to jump up a lane, maybe to block Timothy Pope, but that's going to allow Jacob Schaffet to shuffle his way on through.
753, Jeremiah Burke up there still trying to find his way on that outside line. One of your big movers for your biggest mover of the race so far up. Well, now says 16 positions, so one of those limitless guys out there running well.
Yeah, speaking of limitless, Michael Adamson up there in 8th. What a heck of a race he's had, up 13 spots. Just really seen some...
Yeah.
Those limitless guys have some cool paint jobs, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Really cool. Very creative paint jobs. Speaking of paint jobs, if you need one done for your car, get a hold of Ricky Whitberg. He runs D&D Race Graphics. You can find him on Facebook. Shoot him a message. If you've got an idea for a paint, he'll work with you and get you squared away with a pretty creative paint. He does a lot of these other cars out here too. So D&D Race Graphics. Find him on Facebook. Graphics is spelled Grafix.
It's the racing up at the front continues. Timothy Pope is leaving no room for a piece of paper between him and that back bumper of Alex Forget Berube. Those guys are going to be trying to run hard and push the pace, as usually they're some of the fastest guys up there right now, and you can see them really try to get away from this whole gaggle of people they got behind him. You got Josh Oxidine. He's been slipping a few spots here, losing that one to Eric Klafka, who's having a great race, sliding his way up into 5th. But now you got Trevor Robertson, you got Mike Adamson, Zach Wheeler, Ricky Wittenberg, Just Fought, Albert Anderson. All these guys, man, they're all trying to shuffle through this kerfuffle of cars.
Speaking of fast, the 07 to Jack Dixon, one of our several Canadians we got running out here tonight, got his lap back after the competition caution. Just set the fastest time on the track, a 30.79. So Jack Dixon on a tear. He wants some of them positions back.
He was running up there, kind of like in that top 5 early on, as Timothy Pope is trying to fend off an attack from Jacob Shoffett up that inside line, and looks like Alex will drop down there to maybe throw a little bit of a parachute block on him there.
Sorry, I got a little confused. I was talking to my stock man. I mean, my bookie, or whatever they are. Really good racing now. Yeah, sorry.
They're interchangeable.
Well, I got a text message, but I got to buy this thing when it's hot. Halftime. I don't know what that meant. I just hit the button. Well, we got average. We got turned a little bit.
84 all the way down.
There's still some contact. And
My
we're
goodness.
still green flag racing, but the field's been checked up. You've now got the 07 all 3 wide there, and everything's getting all knotted up.
Timmerman was almost in the middle there. Yeah, the 84 and the 82 getting together, that almost was bad for a bunch of people.
Yeah. They're still going at it. There may be an argument here.
I'll be throwing some hand signals.
As Jeff Snyder got back up into the outside wall, and the field is now clear of him, but whoo, that got dicey.
Yeah, Russell Endicott saying would love to see a strong line pull away, but they look so close in strength and skill. And that's something his buddy Albert was talking about during the podcast. He said that competition is just so close and stiff, and if he said that so I don't want to misquote him here. He said if you win one of these races, you run up front and win one of these races, you've really accomplished something, because it is not an easy thing to do with the amount of talent we got out here.
As we do start to single file out here, I think it's one of those situations of just needing to run a few green flag laps and get everybody the space that they need, as Tyler Green fighting back after having a pretty good start and getting into some issues there. He's back up into 13th right now, right behind the 3 of Austin Paul. Oh boy, as I think the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg is trying to use that apron line through that little bit of a trioval area, and came back up on track, and boy, it looked like he was not quite ready for a truck to come back up on him.
And Chan the Man 72 on YouTube pulling for Austin Paul, and oh man, that was enough to make you nervous right there. And Justin Hutchinson talking about Ricky's paint jobs. He made a Dallas Cowboys paint scheme for Justin, and he runs it on iRacing. So there you go, satisfied customer.
It's like real Google reviews right here, online,
live
during a broadcast. So that's sweet. Well, and we've seen him out here, D&D race graphics. Ricky does a good job of that paint. I know he loves it too. We talked to him about it.
Someone we haven't talked about much today, Zach Wheeler. He's found his way up there into a top 10. Currently sitting in 9th, trying to get a spot back from Mike Adamson.
Woo, Yahtzee.
Man, Brown, did your pager go off? Somebody's pager went off, you know. Remember when you used to have to use the pager and you'd have to, if it was emergency, you'd do 911, then your number?
Man, that was
Yeah. You don't remember that, do you?
that was before me, homie.
Okay.
As
Well, that's what it sounded like.
As the 51 and Jonathan Osborne got together there for a quick little door love tap there and able to keep things rolling, but it got dicey. It was 3 wide there for a good second as Ricky Wittenberg and Tyler Green, Albert Anderson, Austin Paul all kind of grouped up together here for trying to get into that top 10.
Man, there's some stuff going on back here, 22 through 24, 25. Quite a bit of good racing. Gary Godso, we haven't talked about him a bunch, but he's out there racing for 22, 23. They're really getting after it tonight.
Yeah, same thing with Mike Everidge, having a little bit of a problem, just kind of the wrecks happening around him and trying to fight his way back. Same thing with Simon the Cobra Regis. He's been involved in a couple incidents and mostly not due to his own, just kind of one of those things, and still trying to get that thing around the track. As Alex Forget Berube still holding off Timothy Pope. They're starting to pull away just a little bit from Jeremiah Burke sitting back there in third. Jeremiah 17 spots. So having a great run here today. Kind of starting towards that middle back of the field and able to trickle his way through. Same thing with Eric Klafka. He's currently sitting in fifth, maybe trying to look to the inside of the 00 of Jacob Schaffet there in fourth. Trying to take that one away, currently up 12th.
I mean, look at battle 10 through 16 here, man. These guys are going out of control. Where are we going? Go ahead and say it, English. What do you got?
Grumpy Gramp Racing on YouTube. They're watching tonight, saying keep it up, Triple A's. We're doing the best we can, man. And Justin Hutchinson out there saying tempers are getting high. He's saying, what do you think, the final stop be around lap 75?
He's just
Yeah,
trying to
probably.
get me, he's just trying to get me into it, isn't he? I didn't see too much anger out here. I know anger. I've seen it before. I've seen somebody talk about crossing state lines. You know, get a hold of somebody.
Yeah, lap
Oh,
75.
we got somebody turn there. There's a little save there. Austin Paul, I think, was
Oh,
involved.
no.
Kelly and Austin got into it a little bit. Hey, they saved it, man. Good racing.
Austin Paul, who finished fourth last week, is having a bit of trouble this week. That 3 machine.
Oh, as we got a little bit of some wiggleness coming out of Ricky Wittenberg there, I think. I don't know if Tyler Green might have disrupted his air or something, but he got all squirrely down on that backstretch and able to come around as, oh boy, it looks like Kelly Keel having a little bit of an issue.
Russell
Yeah,
Hendrickson saying they're banging fenders this much at Vegas. Wait till next week at Bristol. It's going to be insane.
Oh, that's going to be fun. And wasn't the Wiggles, isn't that a band from Australia for kids or something, Brown?
Hey, that's a conversation for another time because I actually got to tell you something that's pretty funny.
Okay. Good racing Yahtzee, man.
You got a Wiggles story? Oh,
I do. It's actually it's very funny.
Well, lap 75 is about to pass us
Oh,
by. Oh, no! Oxendine!
Oxendine gets sideways, no caution, able to. Man, how did he hold that?
I don't see how he didn't hit anything.
How did he hold it? How did everybody get around him? That's the thing, as he went into turns 1 and 2. Oh, might have got just a little bit of help there, but able to, man, dirt track that one around. So good job, Ox, keeping that thing under control and keep your race running.
Yeah, Ox Nation is his fans are out there pulling for him again tonight in that 63 machine.
As Eric Klafka and Trevor Robertson are continuing their battle here for fourth. We've seen Eric not have the best of luck here the last few races. I mean, really ever since Red Bull Ring. Just been kind of unfortunate with kind of some of his results, but currently running in fourth right now, just able to hold off the 6 of Trevor. So
yeah,
good run from him.
He's got 3 top 10s on the season. Best finish, as you mentioned, coming at Red Bull Ring. Red Bull Ring 4th, Indianapolis 7th. Last week 10th at Talladega, so and a couple other top 20s. But Klafka, if he's going to move up in points, it's time to go to work, buddy. I hope he does well. I hope he has a better second part of the season than the first half he's having currently.
As we're about to go to 25 laps left here in this race, I think we're still 1 pit stop away from making it to the end. So all these guys still need to come down pit road one more time. Speaking of which, here comes Klafka, here comes Shoffett, here comes Wittenberg.
Wow.
All down pit road.
027 spun.
Wow.
The 027 and the 07? Who was that? The 027 and the 50. Oh, man, the 50 of Gary Godso got to the back of the 027 there.
Man, looks like they're trying to get down. Trying to get down pit road, and oh no.
Green flag pit stops it's hard to get down there. Man.
Yeah, that's something we didn't talk about either.
So I got
that's a fact.
Gary Godso involved, and man, oh man.
Well, one thing's for sure, whether they got damage or not, everybody's going to pit here because this is it. This will be the last gas needed anyway.
And that's, you know what? Look how many people are going to be stuck a lap down here because of when that came out.
Timmerman on the radio requesting a black flag clear because she got wrecked into the pits, and of course
she did.
We all know when that happens. You know it. You get a black flag for unsafe pit entry, and maybe a speeding too, depending on what your velocity condition was when you slid into the pits. And it looks like they are going to clear it for her.
It was definitely unsafe. I don't think it was her fault.
Yeah.
She got thrown down in there.
Man, it's hard to get out of the way, too. I'm one of those guys that as soon as I come out of 4, if I'm going to pit, I'm already below the white line, man. I'm just trying to play it safe and stay out of the way. And some people, they'll wait till the cone before they get down.
Ooh! That race off of pit road was very, very close. I don't know if Alex Forget-Berube was able to hold Timothy Pope off there, but we'll just have to see. But Gary Godso currently did not come down yet.
Yeah, his truck's pretty tore up too. He is. I guess he's still in the lead lap here. I don't know. I'm trying to look through the scoring thing.
So I think I wonder if
find him.
Who, Gary?
Yeah, on the scoring.
Well, I'm showing him currently in first, but he's going to be coming down pit road now.
Because he's pitting out. I got you.
So I think that's a situation of he might just want to go to the back, and so he's going to pit a little later than everybody else. But Alex Forget-Berube winning that race off of pit road, narrowly getting around Timothy Pope. Part of the reason why it was so close, Alex did not have the best of pit stops, running a little slow there. Same thing with Jeremiah Burke, had a pretty slow pit stop there. So I wonder if, they, especially these guys up at the front, they have some fast repairs remaining. So I wonder if they might have tagged the wall and got some damage done and didn't have that fast repair thing checked and sat there for an extra millisecond or so.
Dale Goodman saying, go Jonathan. He's pulling for Jonathan tonight. And Justin Hutchinson pointing out Jack Dixon doing a great job from being a lap down so early. Yeah, we talked about him starting up towards the front and got involved in one of those accidents early and ended up a lap down for quite a while and got it back at the competition caution. So Jack Dixon, the 07, moving up, doing a pretty good job tonight. Oxendine, Justin Hutchinson also saying Oxendine got screwed, man. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Racing incident, as they say. Ox is resilient. He'll be all right.
These guys are into it. They need to make hats and T-shirts for these guys. They can send their pics in, be super fan
Team
of the race.
Ox. Oh, yeah.
So these guys keep on going around. So everybody who did kind of get trapped on the a lap down there, looks like they're all going to get laps back, and it's going to take a second for everything to get all shuffled back around and whatnot. But what we do know is Alex Forget-Berube is going to be leading this one off with about 20 laps to go, with Timothy Pope on that outside. Jeremiah Burke having a great run, up 17. Here he's going to be starting third. Trevor Robertson fourth. Tyler Green coming back from a little bit of an early incident, up 19 from where he started, and he's going to be fifth. You know, I mean, this kind of top 10, top 15 are all littered with people that are up 15 plus spots.
You mentioned Tyler Green in the 5, up there in 5th after a few incidents early, Justin Hutchinson says on YouTube. Another one of those guys who's recovering well, so he's up there with the 6, and some of these other guys like Burke and Pope and Alex, of course. These guys that run fast every week, and Tyler Green's up there with them.
Yeah, this is Mr. Turner. This is turning into one of your chump to champ to chump kind of things. It's
You ain't kidding.
people falling back through the field from earlier stuff, starting to find their way back up to the front as we get ready to go back to green flag racing with the pace truck coming down pit road. Alex Forget-Berube, Timothy Pope, two heavy weight hitters here up here at the front, leading this thing down into turn number 1. A pretty solid start there for Alex, able to keep his nose out in front of Timothy Pope, but that's also going to allow Jeremiah Burke to shuffle his way through as he's all over that back bumper of Alex Forget-Berube, and they do have to be careful. They did do a pretty long run on those tires previously, so we got a little bit of a new tires and cold tires trying to get this thing back running, but now we got 3 pink trucks all up there in that top 4.
Austin Pauls, people. Chan the Man 72 on YouTube. Still pulling for him, even though he's back in, about 19th right now? Hoping for a top 10 or top 15.
They're working they're going to do some teamwork here, and Alex better watch out.
And he's now got Jeremiah Burke looking to the inside of him. Side by side they go as we cross the line with 18 laps here left to go in Las Vegas. And man, there is no amount of odds line that you could have put on this race that any of this situation kind of racing would happen. As Albert Anderson's finding his way up there. He's now in 4th. Almost tagging Tyler Green there on that outside. Tyler able to use that little bit of room he had to his outside, but he's going to be careful now because Zach Wheeler's coming up with a run down that inside line.
Man, this is going to be exciting all the way to the end. I can feel it. You can feel the tension and the sense of urgency out here. Look at the 63. Looking to the inside of Green in that 5 machine. Ox wants to get back up there in a hurry.
Albert Anderson making a move, looks like on his teammate there.
Oh, yeah, the 12 machine getting up there, getting it done.
Ooh, as Jeremiah Burke almost snagging that outside wall. That's going to check up that kind of top line a little bit. And so we're going to see a separation here for a moment between these top 3 and everybody else.
That 20 machine was right on his back bumper, too. Getting good, boys.
Yeah, I think these two Limitless cars are just going to try to plow through the field here at the end of this thing. Still got 15 to go here. 14 after this one.
Russell Endicott, I'd love to see that. He says, come on, Tenderfoot. I know you can do it. Number 12 to the front. He's pulling for Albert Anderson as always.
As Timothy Pope all over that back bumper of Forget Berube. Once again, just, man, I think he's driving that thing a little bit like Earnhardt, trying to intimidate him into a little bit of a mistake.
And he's got a couple of third-place finishes this season so far, but you know Alex is hungry. And Albert Anderson's hungry too. His best finish is 11th back in Indy. He's got a few top 20s to his name, but 12 is pretty hungry too. So, man, these guys are going to be aggressive here towards the end, I believe.
Yeah, man, they're super hungry. I wonder if Alex prefers crepes or pancakes. I may have to ask him at some point.
Everybody knows waffles are better than pancakes.
Flapjack. Don't they call them flapjacks up there?
I thought they were crepes for French.
Man,
Well, it's French Canadian, man. It's different.
Well, it's the same thing. I don't know. Should
He
drive
might
the
want to
Perrier
fight.
car.
Hey, you talking about fight? You're going to get Forget Berube wanting to fight you.
Okay, that's fine.
Over.
That means we're going to have some fireworks. I'm cool with that. Actually, he's a really cool cat. I don't think
Yeah,
he's
he
going to
is.
be mad at me. He probably think it's funny. As these guys roll around, man. Good battle, top 5.
Yeah, people starting to kind of single file out. I think hearing from Albert that tire wear is so critical here today, and especially coming down to these last few laps, you want to save as much as you can to try to make up any last second spots. As Josh Oxendine's got the 6 of Trevor Robertson looking to his inside right now. This is a battle for 6, and looks like Josh just not enough to hang on to it, but he's got to be careful now because Mike Adamson coming up through the field with a big time run, and he's got Tyler Green coming up as well.
Trevor really wanted to make up some points because, as you know, last week they talked about it on the Vigilante podcast, Vigilante report. He did have some connection issues last week. Ended up finishing 34th, so really need to make up some points this week. That 6 Gorilla Glue machine, and he's making his best effort at it right now. You got teammates up here racing again. Albert Anderson and is that the 753?
Jeremiah Burke, yes it is,
They're
and
side by side again.
sitting
Well,
right
Zach
behind
Wheeler
them
is
is
right
Zach
behind
Wheeler.
them.
Yep, Zach Wheeler trying to tell these guys, hey, come on, your teammates, figure this one out. I want to get by both of y'all.
Their other teammate, Mike Adamson, back here in the 51 machine, up 12 spots, falling in line behind Ox and Tyler Green. Maybe
Sweet.
trying to make a move on the inside of Ox here.
So we come across the line. We now have 9 laps to go.
Oh,
Got a
baby.
heck of a fight going on up at the front. Back here for 9th and gonna be 10th. Josh Oxendine continues to slip away kind of towards that back. Mike Adamson getting around right now. Kelly Keel trying to get around. Kelly has not had good finishes here
Well, he's
last
got
few
a-
races, but
He's got a fixed up brand new machine now after that wreck.
so he's running around out there. He's trying to make up some ground. He's able to get around, slide up into 9th. Now Brian Jablonski looking to get his name up into that top 10, looking to the inside.
Peyton McGowan saying, yay, Bittner. Yeah, Bittner's having a little bit of a rough time back here right now. Where's he running? 16th right now? Up 13 spots, but I'm sure he'd like to be doing better.
Well, Kelly Keel and Mike Adamson just got into it as Kelly passed him. That was fun. No harm, no foul. But things will be remembered.
Guys putting on a show right now. Oh, 3 wide back here with the 17 to
it's
51 to
getting-
63. Woo, that was a close one.
Getting close. There was a moment there I was thinking we were going to see a little bit of a pit maneuver go on, but everyone able to get away from that as The 12 of Albert Anderson tries to fend off an attack from Zach Wheeler, who's sliding his way. He's now up into 4th, and looks like Albert, fighting with his own teammate, might have lost those tires that he so desperately needed. He's going to start slipping back here, and Trevor Robertson, the 6 truck, now up into 5th, with Alex Forget-Berube still leading this one off. He and Timothy Pope have a good little gap, just about 3/4 of a second over Jeremiah Burke in 3rd as of right now.
Lafka trying to make a move late, diving on the inside of Oxendine right now. What do you guys think? You think we're done with cautions, or
coming? That is possible. I am a dummy. Let's put it that way. But I think Albert Anderson in the 12 car was doing a little blocking for his teammate there. I was watching him, professionally blocking, by the way, nothing egregious. And that's a hell of a teammate, for Jeremiah Burke. He slowed them guys down.
So we
have so much tight racing here. I'm not sure we're done with yellows.
Now, as Josh Oxendine still moving back, he's got Eric Klafka now looking up the inside, and if he's not careful, he's got Jeff Snyder looking to maybe get around him here as well. Same thing with Ricky Wittenberg back here in 16th. He's having a little bit of a battle here with the 84 of Bittner. I know these two podcast homies are just trying to make the best of the current situation that they've got going on, as we came across the line with 3 laps here to go. Zach Wheeler defending off an attack from Trevor Robertson. So it's all about, do you got tires to defend some of these moves now?
What's crazy is we still have 23 cars on the lead lap in a 100-mile race, or a 150-mile race here in Vegas, man. That's pretty impressive.
And 2 laps to go. We got a battle here for 7th between Tyler Green and Kelly Keel, and right in front of them we got Zach Wheeler and Trevor Robertson still trying to figure some things out, as Alex Forget-Berube and Timothy Pope continue to be nose to tail. Alex Forget-Berube looking to be locked in here, not making any mistake despite all the pressure from Pope coming across the line to take that white flag. They're going to start running into some lap traffic here on this final lap. There is going to be no more cautions. We're going to finish this one off here on this lap, which is what we want to see. We'd like seeing these things finish up on green flag runs, and it looks like they will be able to get around without an issue. And coming through turns number 4, looks like Alex Forget-Berube able to hang on, hold off Timothy Pope, come away here with the win in Las Vegas. Jeremiah Burke, great run to finish in 3rd. Zach Wheeler able to hold off Trevor Robertson to take home 4th. Albert Anderson had a good, nice push there. He's able to finish in 6th. And boy, oh boy, we had some racing all the way up until the end. I mean, looking back here, it looks like the difference between Josh Bittner and Jonathan Osborne was 0.01. .00.
I guess iRacing broke it down even further, but yeah, the 84 and the 81, that side-by-side race at the end was just epic.
As they came across the line, ooh, boy, oh boy. That one's close. If you're Jonathan Osborne on that one, you might be wondering why you put that transponder so far behind that bumper.
Yeah, that was super close, man. What a finish.
And we've seen that with these guys constantly. What I love about it, it's clean, it's fun, and it is for money, especially here in Vegas. They should have doubled the money for Vegas, but maybe next year.
So congrats to Chan the Man 72 on YouTube. He is your super fan of the race. Thanks, Chan the Man. We appreciate you. Your name will be entered into a drawing at the end of the season. They're going to draw for a $50 gift card. And now you're in it, buddy. So thanks for commenting and thanks for watching.
$50, man. You may not be able to get anything due to this supply chain because of Brandon and stuff. But other than that, hey, you got the money. $50. You're at least in the money, in the running for the money. So awesome. Thanks, Chanda, man.
Speaking of more money, we have a random draw driver to choose. So, as always, what I will do is I will click generate here 3 times, and on that 3rd time, that is the driver that is gonna be winning some 5 big old dollars here. So, here we go, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and it's gonna be the 5th place finisher of Trevor Robertson.
Yeah, he's in the money now. Sweet. Let's give him some money. Everybody's getting money today, boys.
It's like an episode of Oprah. You get money. You get
We're
money.
in Vegas. Hey, look under your seats. You may have money there, or car keys.
So
awesome
just some
stuff.
dust.
So let's get some of these interviews started here. We'll start with our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Jeremiah Burke. Jeremiah, man, congratulations finishing up here in a podium spot, top 3. Looks like you had a little battle there with your teammate for a few laps there, but able to pull out a top 3 up 17 spots from where you started, man. And this one had all the action you could ever hope for, I think.
How about that race, boys and girls? Golly. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, thanks for Albert racing me real hard there, and it was fun. Great to see him up front. Yeah, I don't know what happened in qualifying. I thought it was a good lap, and then I look at the scoreboard and I'm 20th. So, but yeah, it was just a hard battle all the way through the race. That was a dogfight from start to finish.
Yeah, how well did you work with your teammates up there? I know it took a little while for y'all to kind of get together, but once y'all got together, it seems like y'all raced pretty well together. Is that gonna affect y'all's strategy at all at Bristol? Are y'all thinking about Bristol yet?
We'll see what happens when we get there. We always try to work well together, especially mile and a half, 2 mile tracks, stuff like that. It's just, it's good to have them. Sometimes I just hate it because we always race so hard. Sometimes we get together. I got into Mike there a little earlier in the race. Looked like he came back. It was, man, sorry, I'm still trying to catch my breath.
Well, I can assure you he was a good teammate there. I'm kind of dumb and whatever, but it looked like he was kind of slowing up your competition, helped you out. Y'all had a good run. Congrats on the podium.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, when I did a slide job there at the end, less than 10 laps to go, there's no such thing as teammates anymore, and luckily he lifted because that was going to be big.
Well, man, before we let you go, do you got any shout-outs to do and anything like that?
Yeah, I want to shout out Albert and Mike. Of course, they're with me every week going through this. My dad's actually watching live right now, so shout out to Michael Burke out there on the TV land, and yeah, everyone else that puts up with me doing this on the weekdays.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations here, finishing in 3rd, having a great run up 17 spots, and wish you the best of luck next week as this thing rolls on through and heads to Bristol.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate what you do. You great broadcast. Love it. See you next week.
Thanks, man.
What we'll do is now slide up to our 2nd place finisher, and that's going to be Mr. Timothy Pope. Congratulations there, sir. I know Talladega was a little rough for you last week, but this week pulling it right back on around and having a solid 2nd place finish. And talk about the battle up there for the lead with Alex you had, because it looked like you were all over that back bumper, but Alex just was not making a mistake.
Yeah, I stayed behind them to try to get away from the guys behind us for a while. I was going to try to pass it around 10 or 12 to go, but couldn't get them set up right to do it. I just had to hang out behind them after the tires wore out because you can't make it stick on the bottom. And the aero push kills you here.
Yeah, solid finish for you, man. How are you on short tracks? Have you been thinking about Bristol at all? And what are you expecting next week? Besides maybe a bunch of cautions.
I don't know. I ain't too good, but I ain't too awful there either. I'm about mediocre, I guess. Just depends on how it goes, how the wrecks, and I miss them.
Well, as far as racers go in this league, you're hardly mediocre, as from what we've seen. So I'm sure you do just fine. It was fun to watch you tonight. Congrats on the second.
Thank you. It was a good race, and congrats to Alex for the win.
All right, so before we get to our race winner, we will bring up our random draw lucky driver of the race, and that's going to be Mr. Trevor Robertson, finishing here in 5th. Saw a little bit of a kerfuffle there early on, but able to fight back and finish 5th. And man, Trevor, it doesn't get too much better this race had just about everything in it.
I'm telling you, it was so hard to just see what was going on. Everybody was so jam-packed together, and I'm talking just gripping the wheel as hard as I could. Man, my hands hurt. I'm pouring sweat. It was intense.
Well, I know you probably wish we were talking to you because you finished on the podium because, man, what a rough time you had last week. I know you had some connection problems, and we were looking for that Gorilla Glue machine to maybe pick up a podium tonight. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced out there racing these guys up front?
I can't remember which restart it was, but I was on the outside row, in second, and Alex was behind me, and I thought I disconnected because everybody disappeared, and I couldn't judge where I was to the leader or anything. And as soon as it dropped green, I popped back in, and I got shoved from behind. I'm glad he did it, but I probably kind of ruined his restart, but I couldn't see what was going on. But other than that, it's just the bottom line was fast early runs, and then the high line would come in like 6 or 7 laps, and then it was faster, and it was just hard to pass on the low line after that.
Well, I mean, you won $5 for just racing, and you were in the top 5, so that's a pretty good deal. I got a real quick question. This is dumb, okay?
Okay.
Pancakes, waffles, or crepes? Go. What's your
Waffles.
favorite? Okay.
Now, see, told you.
He's in the brown way of thinking.
I'm
He's a
setting
waffle
I'm setting up for the Canadian guy. I appreciate it. Hey, you won $5. We always see up front Gorilla Glue car. So, what do you think about next week? Pretty cool track, Bristol.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be probably even more tighter racing until, if we can get a good enough run to, get everybody spread out. But it's, I know that high line's going to be fast there for sure.
Yeah, well, again, congratulations on the 5th place finish and the lucky draw driver of the day. Got any shout-outs before we let you go here, bud?
Just a shout out to my teammates, Jack Dixon and Zach Wheeler, and I had Tyler Green. We were all pretty much together the whole race, but it is what it is.
Alrighty, bud. Well, again, congrats, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you.
And now moving up to the north, quite literally and figuratively, as we talk to Mr. Alex Forget Berube, the big winner here tonight at Las Vegas. Man, Alex, congratulations, and I got to give you credit, man, because you held your nerve when Pope was all over that back bumper.
Oh, yeah, man. It was a really hard race, and my wrists are really hurting right now because of that. He really gave one hell of a battle. Yeah, I have to thank Maxi for that. They gave me a good truck today. I'm really happy about it. I had more grid than Texas. That was cool.
Yeah, we heard from a couple other drivers that they were sweating and their hands started hurting from gripping the wheel so much, and it really does kind of get physical when that, especially when that force feedback is cranked up. Just keep that in mind because next week is going to be a lot of turns, and you think you're wore out tonight. What do you think about next week at Bristol? You think you're going to be sweating then?
Oh, this is going to be even worse. It's going to be a short track. We're all going to be jammed up together, and it's either going to be really good or a big chaotic race with a lot of race, because there's not a lot of space to avoid it. So it's gonna be special. I hope I get lucky.
Well, you got lucky, but you also did a lot of hard work tonight. So, congrats on the P1. But I have a dumb question. It's kind of a poll question here. Here's the deal: you're from the north. You're from Quebec, correct?
Yep.
Pancakes, waffles, or crepes? What is your favorite?
Crepes.
Okay, thank you so much.
You got it. You win that one.
You win you won the race, a champion. And hey, I like to see Montreal Canadiens versus the Bruins. When's that coming up? I think y'all will beat them. Just saying.
Oh, honestly, with what the Canadian Montreals are doing right now, I'm not watching.
Oh,
I don't
no.
want to watch.
Gotta be
This
faithful,
is actually
man.
really sad right now.
Oh, sorry, but I'm sorry I brought it up. But hey, congratulations on the P1, and Brown, take it away.
Great job tonight.
Yeah, great
I'm
job
really
tonight.
Happy, I had a lot of friends tonight watching. I know my boss was watching. A lot of my Quebec friends were watching. They were supporting me. They sent me Snapchat about it. I just looked at them. Yeah, they're all awesome, and I really appreciate their support. My best friend too.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations picking up the big time win here in Vegas, and we look forward to seeing what kind of shenanigans you can come up with next week at Bristol.
All right, thank you guys.
And how about that? And hey, Alex's boss, give this guy a raise. He got the win here in a tough race, man. That's the type of action that you'd like to see. And boy, oh boy, just in general, this race had, like I said, a little bit of everything. We had some contacts, we had some 3-wide, 4-wide racing there. We had some clean racing coming down to the end. Man, it's just all around a solid race.
Yeah, and Alex is one of those guys that he's damn fast every week. Same thing with Pope. You got Burke. Wheeler up there with a real solid finish. Robertson trying to recoup some points from last week. And, of course, Albert Anderson. I believe that's his best finish. Albert Anderson's best finish of the year. It sure is. That's his first top 10 and finishing 6th tonight. Quite an accomplishment. And Tyler Green, too, way up from where he started. Is he our hard chart? Well, I guess him and Jeremiah Burke.
Well, there's a lot of
Brian
things.
Jablonski.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
And Albert's had a better finish, but hey, heck of a race, man. That was cool. Don't y'all think that was fun?
Yeah, Jablonski was up 20 spots. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so as this thing kind of ticks away, let's go through and talk about where everybody finished here tonight. Alex Forget-Berube getting that big-time win, getting dealt all the right cards here in Las Vegas. Timothy Pope tried to make something happen there coming down that final stretch, just not able to make something happen, and finishing here in second. Jeremiah Burke up 17 spots. Man, oh man, talk about a run up through this field. Coming up with a third place finish. Then you got that Zach Wheeler machine coming in fourth, having a great run. Same thing with that 6th of Trevor Robertson. He's able to come away with a top 5 after kind of a rough little beginning of this race. Albert Anderson, your spotlight driver this week, coming away with a 6th place with the 5 of Tyler Green. Kind of going back and forth a little bit here through the field, able to walk away in 7th. You got Kelly Keel having a pretty solid race, finishing up there in that top 10, having a solid 8th place finish. Same thing with Mike Adamson, another pretty good week for him. He's going to walk away here with a 9th in your hard charger of the day and a top 10 finish here. The 17 of Brian Jablonski having a solid comeback.
Eric Klafka finishing 11th. Ox in the 63, finishing 12th. Kind of heartbreaking for him. Lost a lot of spots, but Still pretty solid in 12th. Triple down of Jeff Snyder in 13th, right where he started at. Yeah, if you didn't see the finish right here between Josh Bittner in the 84 and Jonathan Osborne, what a finish between these two guys. As Bittner was barely able to edge out Osborne right here for 14th and 15th place. And 55 of Ricky Wittenberg. I'll mention him at the end of the broadcast. Maybe not so much on the starting lineup. Sorry about that, Ricky. Finishes 16th. The 3 of Austin Paul. Man, you talk about somebody who's dodging wrecks today. Austin Paul. Great job. Only up 2 spots, but did his best, and luck was on his side in some of these wrecks tonight. 33 of Jess Vaught in 18th. The 82 of Michael Everidge will finish 19th. 07 to Jack Dixon. We saw him go through quite a bit of adversity tonight. He'll round out your top 20.
Yeah, 50 Gary Godso. Well, that's a good one. 21st. 28th, George Rincon, 22nd. Jacob Shoffett. That guy is usually up front. Unfortunate night, 23rd. Angelica Timmerman, 24th. Simon Cobra Regis, 25th. Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, 26th. Jeffrey Green, 27th. Tim Rivers in that Georgia Bulldogs machine, 28th. Boomer Sooner. Dustin Wheeler, 29th. And Russ Kilgore, that guy's a missile, sometimes in the sky. Number 7, he's in 30th.
Tim Rivers started 3rd, but damn, man, talk about some bad luck for the 46.
From the get-go as well, but that was 100 laps ago, and this race has now been completed. We thank you all for tuning in and watching here this race from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We look forward to seeing what these guys can cook up action-wise next week at Bristol, and I know that one's going to be one everyone's not going to want to miss. But yeah, and until then, man, I'm gonna go hit the casino after seeing all this race in action, and we're gonna have a great night. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, and thanks so much to D&D Race Graphics and Keller Williams of Eastern Tennessee, Johnson City area. We appreciate you, and with that, we gone.
Yeah, I'm out of chips. See ya.